the second pages of the notes for multiplying exponents. Example number 11. We look at this, we can expand it, but at this point we know what it's asking us to do, which is to go ahead and multiply the numbers. 3 times 2, 6. X squared times x to the 4, and we add them, so that's x to the 6, and y cubed times y to the 7, y to the 10. So our answer is 6x to the 6, y to the 10. When we have the exponent being raised to another exponent, remember that this means x to the 4 times x to the 4, which we know by the property that when we multiply exponents, we add, so x to the 8. That's an 8. Let's fix that. Same thing here. This means 5x y squared times 5x y squared, which means that we multiply the numbers, we get 25. X times x is x squared, and y squared times y squared is y to the 4th. If we notice a pattern here, what happens is when we are raising an exponent to another exponent, then we square the number, that's 25, or better yet, we could write it like this: 5 squared, x squared, and then y to the 4th, because you multiply. It's like distributing. If we notice that pattern, then we will understand that in the formula chart it tells us that it's called power of a power. When you raise a power to another power, what you're doing is multiplying. So a to the m times raised to the n becomes a m n. So it multiplies when you raise it. That's different than what we did earlier when we added. Only when you're raising them. So for example, here we're raising this, so it's almost like we're distributing that. So if you need to see what's happening, so x to the 6, y to the 9. And if we need to see that, well, it's saying x squared times x squared times x squared. And if we add them, we're going to get x to the 6 times y cubed, y cubed, y cubed. That's really what it is if we expanded it. So when we take care of number 15, again, this is raising, so it becomes 2 to the 4, x to the 8, and y to the 20. So all we have left to do is take care of the 2 to the 4, which is 16, x to the 8, y to the 20th. And number 16 here, again, this is 9 squared, x squared, y to the 6. 9 squared is 81, x squared, y to the 6. There's our properties for multiplying. So there's 2 properties. Just to recap, there's the product of powers, which means when we multiply powers, we're adding the powers. And when we are raising a power to another power, we're multiplying the powers.